Hey guys, it's Rich, and I want to do a small little vlog. It's not going to be as long as the other vlogs, I do hope, but I want to do a little video response to Annie, Mirth and Reverence, and her Witch Ponders on Death, I believe is the title. Yeah. Oh, A Witch Ponders Death is what the title of her video is. I wrote to her in the comments, I said, Annie, it honestly scares me to think that there's nothing after this. That this is all that there is. It terrifies the crap out of me, really. And she wrote something, and I'm only going to read the last line of it. And it was so powerful. It's actually a line that somebody that she knows told her. So I want to clarify that. And this person who was a non-deist told Annie, if this is the only shot I've got, how am I living, and how am I celebrating it? This is a powerful phrase, guys. Come on now. How are we celebrating life, and how are we living it? On my walk to work this past evening, I guess you would call it, I was listening to a podcast. It was called Modern Witch, and I believe it was episode 11. And the host, he got on there and he said, he was talking about the witch hunts that are still very active in Africa and how we need to be aware of what's going on there. And how a lot of it is the Christians going to Africa with good intents of, spreading the gospel and educating them on religion or of their religion, and of giving them humanitarian aids and such, which I think is good all in all. However, it's the extremists that end up going there, and they teach the "thou shalt not suffer a witch to live." And so now people are starting to be burned alive over there as a result of these Christians going over there. At least that was his theory. And I'm not sure if it's true. I'm not sure how accurate that is, but it still made me think. And this ties in with Annie's ponderings of death, and what that non-deist humanist told her. If this is the only shot I've got, how am I living my life, and how am I celebrating it? I want to take that one step further. What are the energy exchanges that we do in our day-to-day life with one another? Whenever we come in contact with one another, we can influence somebody's days just by the smile on your face, a bright and shiny hello, instead of just being gloomy and walking around with a scowl on our face. Somebody's day can change just by the look on someone else's face. There's plenty of studies showing how, a nice attitude in a workplace can affect everybody else. It's that energy exchange and giving of our energy freely, and what we get back in return. So that made me think, what am I giving out to the world? What is my legacy each and every moment that I go out into the world? Whenever somebody sees me on the streets and I either say hello or I scowl and look away and walk past them and don't even look them in the eye, what is the energy exchange that I'm doing at that moment? How am I living my life to the best of my capability? How am I living that Christo-Pagan life of the loving Christ that is the way I see him, as the loving Christ. So how am I living as the loving Christ? How am I imparting my energies and making my footprint on this world, my fingerprint on humanity? How am I helping to shape this world in a better way? Now, it's not something that can be answered in less than 12 hours, I can absolutely assure you that. I think it's one of those things that have to be asked every single day of our lives. Kind of one of those repetition things, the things that we ask ourselves in every moment. How am I being in the moment? How am I imparting my energy on to others? Now, I want to go one step further in how am I allowing others' energy to affect me? Because certainly, if we're giving off energy, so are the other people around us. So what are we allowing into our energy field? What parts of others are we allowing ourselves to absorb? Are we putting up the barriers, the psychic barriers, if you will? Are we putting those up as much as we should be? Or are we allowing everybody else to puncture our force field and allowing them to affect our lives in a negative manner? Are our shields up too strongly and not allowing the good energy, the loving energy that others are imparting onto us? Are we not allowing that into our force field as well? Life is all about balance and how we continuously maintain that balance in our daily lives. So, I just wanted to put those questions out there and see what other people are imparting on me with their energies. Are my energies that I'm imparting on you beneficial? Or are they harmful? And what energies are you imparting on me? Are they good? Are they bad? Are they indifferent? Could it be that both of our shields are up a little too much and that we're simply afraid to be a little more vulnerable? I'm going to leave that for another topic about vulnerability, but I just wanted to give my little 2 cents and raise a few questions to everybody else about energy exchange. And if this is the only trip that we have in this lifetime, in this here and now, in this part of history, how are we imparting our energy onto humanity, our fingerprints, our footprints onto the world and humanity in general? What is our legacy? Well, I'm gonna go work on my legacy. Until next time, may you guys have love, hugs, and ladybugs, and I'll let you think about what that legacy might be. Until next time, bye.